Hello my friends, it's Anne here. This month we are doing striking colors. So let's start, actually striking transparent colors I should say, because there are a lot of striking colors out now that we're not going to touch base on. What I'm going to touch base on with you today are my two favorite and easiest ones, which are both Creation is Messy strikers. You've got Clockwork and Sangre. Clockwork is an orange and Sangre is a red, and you can see their color in them when they come to you. When you're working with them, they will go clear, and then you can strike them back to the color that they originally came to you in. And then the other ones, which are Effitre, and we've got yellow, orange, and red transparent in those. As you can see, the tip of that one has already been struck, and that one is my striking red. But I'm going to work with, well, we'll work with the oranges right now, okay? So I'm going to start with we'll start with Clockwork, because like I say, I tend to find Clockwork strikes easier for me. What you're going to do is you're going to work with your striking glasses the same as you would work with any other. You're going to put it into a neutral flame, and we're going to heat up enough of this to make a little round bead. The spacers, if you're just doing spacers, they are super easy to strike, but if you're going for a little bit bigger bead, I'm just going to show you how you would strike a slightly larger bead. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting it on as I would, only it broke a little bit, so trying not to get it too uneven. This should be roughly the size that I want. So I find that when I'm making a bead that's bigger than a spacer with these colors, I need my marver handy. Even if I'm not going to even if I'm not going to use it as my a bead roller, you still want to have a marver near you, because you want to help this glass to cool down nice and quickly in between your strikes. Okay, so this is a wonky bead, but you can already see some of the orange from the Clockwork showing up. Okay, so that's again part of why I say these two, the Sangre and the Clockwork, are so easy to work with, is that they really want to be struck. They don't want to fight you a whole lot. So you're going to, since I missed showing you that step, I cooled my bead down with my roller, okay, just to cool it down, and then I brought it back in to reheat it a little on the areas that hadn't struck yet, which are usually the sides and sometimes in the center there. And you don't want to get it so hot that it's molten again and going to turn back to clear. You just are going to heat it, cool it, heat it, cool it, until you get it to the color that you want. I'm going to be embarrassed to show you guys this bead with how wonky it is tomorrow when it comes out of the kiln, but it is what it is. Okay, so that is my orange, Clockwork orange. So it is perfectly struck. There's no streaks of it that are not struck. So right now I'm just going to heat it up one more time to stick it back in my kiln, or stick it in my kiln, so I can show you what it looks like tomorrow. Now we're going to do a slightly more challenging, which is the Effitre or Effetra, or however you want to pronounce it. I'm not Italian, so I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced, and everybody pronounces it differently. So this orange transparent here is, like I say, I'm going to work it the same as I would any other. Try not to boil it. I'm just going to lay it down, make a bead the size that I want. Now this is going to be a little bit clearer than, say, the Clockwork was. because it takes a little bit more energy and desire to strike your effetre transparents, I find. Alright, so this is roughly the same size bead, I think. I'm going to use my roller. Okay, so this is how the effetre's orange came off for that first roll, and that's perfect. That's just so that I can show you then how to strike it. Now this is nice and hard. Okay, I'm tapping it on my marver so you can hear it and see it. I'm going to bring it back in to the end of my flame, and I'm going to strike it. Okay, I'm just heating it up. I want to get both of my ends as well as my center. Alright, so I can see that it's already striking some. See that? Now it's kind of an amber color, and that's pretty. I'm going to strike it probably one more time. Again, coming in nice where it's nice and cool. My bead was nice and cool because I had just rolled it through my marver, and now I'm just heating it up enough to not turn it back to clear. If I turn it back to clear, then I got to start all over again. So this is now a darker amber because it's hot. You know, we can't really see our full color until we cool it down. But that's all there is to the striking, okay? You want to heat it up, get it on your bead, then marver it, cool it down quickly. Make sure that it's nice and cool before you put it back into the end of your flame, and then you strike it. And when you strike it, you can strike it a number of times. You don't have to only strike it once. You can strike it until the whole thing turns that color that you want. Now this is going to go in the kiln so that I can show you guys what these two beads will look like tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.